Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here just to show you a little DIY pumpkin. I know everybody, we just had the pumpkin palooza, but I had a few people ask about showing how I make my pumpkins. Today's kind of different, so I'm gonna just share with you what I'm working on. I bought some underwear for my son, and apparently they were too small. And you see there's a big piece of fabric right here that you could use. So what I did was I cut along the seam, I separated it, and then I cut out the front panel right here in the crotch area, and I cut the waistband off. And when I did that, I put the let me just show it to you. So I cut this one off already, and I just went and cut right down just the front panel, the front piece, cut right down on the crotch area, and don't cut any further than that inseam right here. Okay, so I did that, cut this off, and now we have this. So the legs are still attached, and what I did was cut here on the seam line like that, and now it's apart. Okay, and I also cut off the seam itself. So now we have our underwear cut apart, and I'm going to fold right sides together so that the inside of it is out. So inside out, pretty much. Okay, now I don't want this part right here, so I want to make that as straight as I can. And it really doesn't matter if it's not lined up perfectly, because once we get it sewn, so what I'm gonna do is just cut right down this line. And it looks like a lot of waste, but I don't want that. I don't want that edge sticking out. Okay, so now that's what we've got. And then I just took my big needle again, my upholstery needle. Look at how big that is. And you can get some sewing thread. Anyway, get a strong thread and thread your needle. Okay, and then we're going to sew up this underwear so it can take away the underwear look. So what I did was I started from the crotch and just followed the line, and then you don't want to put your needle into this thick part, into the seam. So you want to sew right up alongside of it and just follow that seam until you come to this side and you sew up that side. Okay, sorry for the lighting, guys. Okay, sew that up, and then you're going to stop right there. So that's what I did here. Let's move that out of the way, is probably why. So I sewed up my seam from the crotch up and then across. You see the stitch right there? It's right under the hem. So follow the line and then go right up the side that we've opened up, and then we're going to stop right there. And what I'm going to do is just tie a knot, or tie this off, poke it right through there. Okay, just like that. All right, and then cut it and flip it inside out. So, you know, if you have a sewing machine, which I do, but I didn't want to go through all of that, you could sew up the hems with the sewing machine. I got my pumpkin stuffed here, and it's just, you know, batting. Use whatever you have. So we take our stuffing, push it in as much as we want, whatever, and then we just put the needle in. What I do is take it from the inside so that the knot would at least be on the inside, and I don't start like right on the edge. I'll go further down. give it a little bit of fabric away from the edge. That way, at least it's a little more secure. It won't just tear through the edge of the fabric, the cut edge. Okay, and then you just go around, and I'll be back. I got some black felt, and this is usually what I would do. I would take a piece of felt. It's not even an exact size.
Figure this stem out. So I'm using the black because I'm going to like gooey stuff like that. Cool, scary. So look at that. There's our stem. What I'm going to do, put some glue around it and put this in there in the middle. Hopefully I don't burn my finger like I did the last time. Okay, there we go. Alright. I was supposed to use the the chenille stem, but it's okay.
So if you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining me, and to all my new subbies, I love you all. Thank you for being a part of the family. And if you haven't seen the Pumpkin Palooza that Auntie Cuckoo had sponsored last Saturday, man, that was the best way to make new friends, I tell you, and I really appreciate her for doing that. I can't thank her enough. My little channel has taken, oh no! Hot glue. Just glue it in there. It was already knotted, but we're gonna glue that in because you're not gonna see that. Whatever. But it's okay. Anyway, let's get this thing looking more like a pumpkin. If you haven't seen it, Pumpkin Palooza was last Saturday.
What I'm doing now, I'm just taking my thread. Oh my gosh, I just hope it's enough. I'm rushing. I am so rushing. I'm taking my thread and my needle. I'm going to put it through the bottom of the pumpkin because this is, misshapen. Shape of an underwear. And I'm just going to put it through a few times.
Straight from the bottom, push it all the way through, right in there, and find the edge. You're going to, well, there it is. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's my needle. It'll take a good, patient push to get through all that thickness. That's why we want the big upholstery needle. Okay guys, and we're gonna just take it and go around, and I'm gonna go right back down through the pumpkin again, and we're gonna go to the other side of the stem. So the easier way would have been to do it before you put your stem in, but I'm not thinking. This video is just going crazy. So there's my needle. Push it, and help it through. And make sure your string is where you want it. And there you go. You got a segment right there. And we're gonna go right into right into the bottom. And go right up. And I want to come out on this side, so and don't poke yourself. There's my needle right here. See that? It's real, you can't see that. Anyway, there's my needle, and there's two segments. So now we've got it directly across each other. And be gentle, because if you're not using a really strong thread, you're gonna end up like this with a busted busted thread. I keep saying needle. I'm sorry guys. Came up from the bottom, come up to the top, and I'm going right down the crack, right down where I seamed, you can see the seam here, right here. So I'm gonna go right down that way, go into the bottom again, find a spot. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up on this side now. So we're gonna make that, directly across from each stitch. So it makes an X, and it kind of helps me even out the segments. So if you're not using a really strong thread, you need to be gentle, as we have learned. But it'll all work out. If you break a thread, who cares? Just go get another one and keep on going. All right, so I'll come back after I get these segments done. Okay guys, I got my pumpkin all finished, and segments are all in. So I secured the bottom with a leaf just to cover up my loose threads, and also to hold it together, so if any of them decide to snap on me, at least the glue is there. And there's the one that snapped. And it got away from me. Well, whatever. We'll just keep this guy up here, and it'll be one less segment to go by. Okay, and glue him in, and he'll be secure. So it is what it is. Anyway, let's go on to the next part. This is some eyeballs I got from Dollar Tree last year, and this is what's going to transform my pumpkin. Let's do this. Cut that in half. I used my good scissors. That was a mistake. Boy, this DIY is just going everywhere today. So there's a seam on the eyeball. I don't know if you can see that. So there's a seam right there. And that's what I'm going to do with my pipe cleaner. I'm just going to follow the seam and glue it just like that. And I'm going to attach that to my pumpkin. And I hope it goes well. Trial and error, guys. Just making this up as I go. And squish that down. Ooh, I like it. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see. There we go. Alright. We're getting there, guys. Somehow. About like that. For Halloween. I like it. Anyway, let's do that. One eyeball. Ooh. So, what did we learn from this today, kiddos? Use a good, strong thread. Oh, and think your project through before doing it. Well, this is definitely going to amuse my 9-year-old because he loves stuff like this. And there goes my eyeball. Oh, shoot. Guys, this is horrible. This is horrible. Keep your eyeball. Well, there's my googly monster. Has a mind of its own. Isn't that funny? There we go. Definitely doing it. You can do whatever you want with these things because it'll be yours. And right now, this is what I'm doing with mine. Eyeball. I hope you all have a good Tuesday. And if you make your little monster, I would love to see it. I would love, love, love to see your monster. You can, if you'd like to share it with me, that'll be awesome. I'm gonna make a few more of these because they're so cute. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, anyway, look at that thing. Look at this guy. Okay, I'm having way too much fun. I think we'll just call it quits with that. Oh my gosh, this guy. Even with all the trouble you just gave me, this is crazy. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys, and if you do make some, go ahead and tag me in it, or link me to your video, because that would be so funny. I would love to see yours. So have a great Tuesday. Thanks for joining me, and like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thanks.